And let's go check on Dean because I asked him to cut a tree and whatnot. And I'm going to go to Tim's and get us a coffee as a thank you. Pardon the mess. We are renovating. I'm seeing some destruction. So, okay. So this wasn't here before. Okay. So he took my ask seriously. Let's go see. Hello, babe.
Cut all the things.
All the things. Okay.
You said only leave one tree in the forest, right? I'm working on it.
Okay. So
All the things.
I didn't expect you to do them all in one day, but
It's a lot of forest. It's only 40 degrees. I mean, why not, right?
all right, let's get a close-up of the babe. Oh, you're so glittering with man glitter.
Sweat? It's man glitter sweat.
And sawdust.
Am I covered in sawdust? Oh,
Yeah, you got some sawdust. You got some sawdust.
This is what homesteading looks like.
Right.
This. Everything looks worse before it starts looking better.
Yes.
And like, all these trees you must have walked by, like,
There's a few.
you know, it's what it looks like. It's got to be limbed, cut into firewood, and hauled out of here.
Yeah.
It's literally a week's worth of work. Like, and all we did, and by we, all we did was clear, what, a 50 by 50 foot zone of a forest.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
just
these-
a couple hundred acres to go.
Well, these were just, some selected ones.
Yeah,
You can see my tags.
yeah. If it's purple, it dies. And if it doesn't have purple, it dies.
That's pink.
It's purple-ish. Don't even. We're not doing a...
It's pink.
Yeah, you're wrong, and we're going to leave it at that.
It's pink.
I'm the one chainsaw. I'll hand it to you, and you can call it whatever you want.
But let's take a walk and see how big these trees are that you cut.
Oh, yeah.
That this lovely chainsaw kind of see how he did.
Well, as I said, there's nothing that this chainsaw can't do. This is an 18-inch blade, and for perspective, it's it's a decently thick tree, and it doesn't have any problems cutting it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, this
It's-
isn't a promotion for Ryobi chainsaws, but I'll just say that the electric chainsaw hasn't let me down.
Yeah, and it's nice. So the plan is everyone's locked up top except for a select few that just refuse to do it. But they are going to be let down, and they're going to chow down on this. I mean, we already see
Yeah.
Nameless Boy.
Yeah, they'll eat the green off it, and then it's easier to see, and it's just thinner. Then we'll limit. We'll get all the limbs in a pile and cut all the trunks for firewood.
Yeah.
For next year.
And maybe we'll get a wood chipper to make sawdust for bedding.
A wood chipper would be nice.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
would be super nice.
We have a tiny electric one, but that is where electric has its limit. Let me tell you, it's not that the electric wood chipper can't chip, but it's only designed to chip like an inch, and
Yeah.
that's very limiting, right?
Like a backyard in the city limits.
Yeah,
is what
exactly.
that's for, and not for what we want to put
No.
everything through.
We need a real chipper. The hardest part of cutting trees in a spot that's not a forest, like an already developed spot, is controlling the way they fall. I know there's an art to it. I have it a little bit down. 75% of the time it goes in the direction I want, but, when they're really, really tall, that's a bad example, but really, really tall and straight, like this one. Now, this one does have a lean, but assuming it didn't, it could fall in any direction, and that's really, you can't push that to make a difference. It's too top heavy.
Yeah.
And you got to be careful, right? So
Because
Yeah.
the trick too is animals.
Yeah. Well, we lock our animals up, but it's not just that. That's going to take out a fence in any direction it falls because it's so tall it's going to hit. So it has to fall this way to not do damage, right?
Yeah.
Which is why it's still there, because I don't want to deal with that right now.
But eventually.
Yeah, eventually we'll get there. And there's equipment. Like we could rope around the top and pull simultaneously, but today's doing some easy stuff to get it done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is nice. It smells almost like burny or something. It might have. This is a chainsaw? I don't know.
Nope, chainsaw doesn't have smell.
It's a weird
It's probably
smell.
the wood's catching on fire from the natural temperature of today. Because I am just drenched. And like I'm just cutting trees. Like it is not the hardest physical labor.
But you
It's
did
hot.
a good job, and it's hot. And we did this because we're redoing basically everything this year.
Yeah.
And removing things and
And you know that's part of the land development. It's when you get your land, it's doing what we didn't do and let the land sit for a year or two and really get a feel for the lay of the land. Where's the water pooling? Where will the grass naturally grow? So now that we know that, we're altering the plan of the land. Yeah. We couldn't just sit and wait. We had to kind of move. But our plans move, and we didn't lose anything. Everything's still fenced. We're just redistributing, like, where
Yeah.
things are.
and this was excavated last year.
It's actually looking good now.
And we seeded it and everything, but we had some fence issues and we're replacing fencing, so it's a good time to cut trees that are gonna probably fall over fences is when the fences are removed. So that's awesome. But we even have some up here. Everyone's gonna be super curious.
Yeah.
Which is the problem and why you gotta lock them all up, because they will be under the trees and the blades
And the feet
and the feet
while
and
you're cutting, yeah.
the curious little things. But yeah, look at all this. And it provides some shade that they'll probably just sit and chill and munch at the same time.
Yeah. But
So-
anyway, I'm going to get back to limbing. So thanks, guys, for joining. And yeah, let the work continue.